Arsenal return to the Champions League with a big win. Manchester United somehow avoid humiliation. And we're taking a look at this weekend's Premier League games. You're watching Footy Mouth. Foot in Mouth is back, and Arsenal back in the Champions League with a 4-0 spanking
United's
against
back
PSV. United's back too. We're going to get into United. But look, I'm going to take my moment. I'm going to give the shine to my boys because a lot of eyes were on Arsenal. Obviously, first time back. And we do have an easy group. And after that game, it looks like we're just going to stat pad, bro. Like, this whole group stage of the Champions League, we've gotten very lucky. Last night was the biggest evidence of that. In the other game, Sevilla and Lens drew 1-1. So, based off of that, I'd like to think that...
I would still assume Arsenal's better than Sevilla.
That's what I'm saying. Like, based off of that result, you kind of have to... I mean, we were already favourites to win the group before, but now more than ever.
Yeah, I think Arsenal were lucky to be put in such an easy group after so long of nothing. So
Dude,
I think you couldn't
take advantage.
Better,
we have to take advantage. We have to take advantage. But last night we did. Obviously got goals from Saka, goals from Trossard, goal from Jesus. And who scored the fourth goal? Oh my word! It's all just the haze of goals now, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
goals.
just the haze of goals. Odegaard, of course, Odegaard.
Oh yeah,
What a
he played
goal.
well, dude. Yeah,
What a goal.
so far I think he's Arsenal's best player in the season so far.
Bro, that's
As
a
much
captain.
as Saka is doing well at like Martinelli and Jesus, I think Odegaard is. I think he's the best.
Nothing
I
happens
think he's
without
the
him.
best midfielder in the Premier League right now.
I'll take that, bro. I mean, for the longest time, I'd always say, only second to Kevin De Bruyne, but without him in the league.
I know.
I mean, who else is there? I mean, Szoboszlai is putting in a hell of a shout for that title. But look, staying on Arsenal, staying on Odegaard, a lot of pressure on him. Obviously, he's the captain of a very young Arsenal side, back in the Champions League for the first time in 6 years. I think it is 6 years. So yeah, a lot of pressure. And even though we were favorites, I feel like that puts more pressure on you. But you watched the game with me. What did you make of Arsenal's performance?
I mean, you couldn't. PSV, who gives a shit? You couldn't ask for.
They have been
for a
doing
better
really well, though.
starting
All due
game.
respect to PSV, they were unbeaten so far. They'd scored 23 goals in 9 games. They're doing better than Ajax. So
Yeah, but again, that doesn't say much, dude. I think we all could have expected an Arsenal win, and I think Arsenal got to win comfortably. To be honest, I think that's going to be the whole group stages
stage.
for them. I know it's fun to see Arsenal back in the Champions League, but these games are not that interesting.
yeah, they're not the most interesting. But right now, I don't want interesting. I want convincing.
Hey,
And at the same time, I feel like we kind of just getting the United treatment here. For years, United got the easiest group stages, bro. They got to walk through to the... And we never got that luxury. I'm just glad we're getting that luxury and we have a team that can take advantage of it. And... yeah, like I just think it's only uphill from here, bro. The players, I think last season showed that...
isn't going uphill a bad thing?
No.
I hate going uphill. Wouldn't it be downhill for me? I think we had this argument like a couple episodes ago. But to me, going uphill seems like a bad thing.
Okay. It's only going to get better from
There
here
we
on.
go.
It's just going to get better from here. Because last season showed that these players perform at a different level, like on emotion. I think last season was very emotionally driven. This season you're seeing a much more conservative side. But last night was the first game that we've seen this season where Arsenal were just cutthroat. They were cutthroat. And I think they're going to have some swagger about them now. Now that they're Champions League players now. Bukayo Saka, obviously, first Champions League appearance ever. He gets a goal and an assist. Odegaard, he's played in the Champions League before, but obviously not much, just while he was on loan. And I just think that this is something that these players are going to use going into this North London derby in particular.
I think what's more interesting is the fact that Raya started.
That was a huge decision and one that I'm happy with Raya's performance. I think Raya did really well.
Though, in the same with when he started in that Everton game, he didn't
Not
have to do much. Yeah.
But that's the thing. I think in this game, he had more to do, at least. But at the same time, I just like how he commanded the area, bro. I was so confident. Whenever that ball went back, I was never worried. Whenever I saw him on the ball, I was never worried, which again is all you can ask for a goalkeeper. But I do think it was harsh. I still think it was harsh that I to drop Ramsdale. I understand why, because he's giving Raya a run of games. But I don't know, man. I just think that I'm one of the ones that believe, Ramsdale played such a big part in getting us to the Champions League. It just seemed right that he played the first game.
The thing is, though, soccer's cutthroat, bro. We saw it.
100%
We
get
saw
it.
it with De Gea at United. You can be doing well. You can have the best season ever and then be cut the next season.
Yeah, I'm with it. And like I said, Rayo put on a good performance. He was only picked because he showed something in training also. It's not like he's showing nothing and Arteta just picked him for the hell of it. Like, there's clearly reason behind the decision. Like I say, it's just the romantic in me, I guess. After seeing these players take that journey And then you see the players get to the end stage of it, and one of them is just on the bench. Like, not because they're injured, just because, we got a new dude now.
I mean,
and like
we
you say,
saw
football.
Saka get kicked out last season from Arsenal, and he had the season of his career.
Well, he didn't get kicked out. He wanted to leave. The club respected his decision to leave.
Fair enough. But the point is that he had he was one of Arsenal's standouts last
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
and
yeah.
they were easily willing to let him go.
No. They definitely weren't easily willing. I mean, Arteta begged him to stay when he first
But they were willing
joined.
to let him go.
Yeah, I guess they were. But in an ideal world, he stays. I think if you ask anybody at Arsenal, in an ideal world, Xhaka stays. We do not sell him. And we're kind of missing him now, even though Havertz is filling in his boots. He's definitely not filling all of those areas. I do think Havertz had a good game last night, I will say. He just mustn't ever shoot. Just never shoot, bro. He's defying physics with some of the way these balls are flying, bruh.
But I think he's good in the transition. I think he's good in the creative.
He's so good.
I think he should be setting up other players to score. I don't think he himself should be the one up front scoring the goals.
And look, fair play is getting in those positions. I'm not trying to tell him don't get in those positions, but just, there was one opportunity in particular last night where he just hoofed it, and I don't know how it just went so high above the goal, bro. It seemed like it was so much easier to hit the target than it was to miss. But now his overall play is solid, bro. It is definitely solid. And I do think that we look better in a lot of areas in the team. It's just that we don't look as flashy right now. Or at least we haven't. Last night, I think we were pretty flashy.
Yeah, I think Arsenal dominated the
We were
whole game.
pretty flashy
even
last
when,
night.
When did Martinelli went off with
No, Martinelli went off in the Everton
Did
game.
Martinelly play in this game?
He's
So
injured.
he's
He's out.
injured.
He's out. That's why Trossard, he's definitely taking advantage of this
He
run.
scored a nice fucking goal.
Oh, wonderful. That's two good goals in 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I think Trossard getting some starting time, no matter the circumstances, is a good thing.
Yeah. And on top of that, it also opened the door for Smith Rowe. My boy Smith Rowe got some Champions League minutes. And I was so relieved for that. Not just to see him on the pitch, but also because there's obviously been a whole lot of speculation around his future. He's not getting a look into this team. Fabio Vieira, a player who came back seemingly from the dead, is getting more minutes this season.
But the thing is, he paid money for Vieira. So
100%
obviously
he paid money.
you're going to want to have him play more.
But my biggest surprise is always just that before Smith Rowe had to go in for surgery, he was our second highest goal scorer that season. When he played that season, he got double digits in goals. He's a goal scorer. And then when he went to play in the under 21s, was the World Cup, or the Euros?
I think it was the Euros, yeah.
It was the Euros, I think, yeah. And when they won it, he did really well in that tournament. So there've been a lot of speculation of what is going on behind the scenes, that Arteta's just not picking this kid. You know what I mean?
I just think your priority is going to be the senior players that you paid for.
Fair play. Again, this is just Smith Rowe having such a relationship with the fan base, because the whole fan base is livid about it. We don't want to see Smith Rowe sold, and we want to see Smith Rowe play. I guarantee you now, no matter how good Fabio Vieira is doing, if you ask me now this weekend, if there's a chance to pick between Vieira or Smith Rowe to start, I pick Smith Rowe right now, even though I've seen Fabio having the season he's been having.
See, that's the thing. As an outsider, I'm picking Vieira.
As an outsider, yeah, you have no connection, so I do get it. But at the same time, even last night, Smith Rowe looked good.
Yes.
He literally just needs to get on that pitch, and he will absolutely play Fabio Vieira out of that team. I have no doubt about that. As much faith as I have in Fabio Vieira, I think Smith Rowe's ceiling is way higher than Fabio Vieira's ever will be, bro.
That's
genuine.
That's a tough one, dude.
It is. Look, I understand you're gonna say it's a tough one just because you've seen more Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more.
You forget that Smith Rowe is also just as, I think he's younger than Fabio Vieira. I think he's 20 also, 20 or 21. This is a kid that has had so much potential about him, and he's just had a bad run of injuries. He's finally had the surgery to put those injuries to bed. And now he just needs to get back into the team. And I'm all for him working hard to get in there. It's just that there have been games where I've been like, how is Smithy not getting a look in here, bro? Come on.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see him play last night. I was very happy to see him play last night. And I'm pretty sure he's going to play in the North London derby because he's a Hale-End boy. And every North London derby, that kid performs, bro, especially with Saka on the pitch with him. So, yeah, I think going into the North London derby, it's just the result we needed. The performances that we needed from the players that we needed them from. Gabriel Jesus looked so good again. Oh, man. Nah, I'm happy, bro. We are back.
Yeah, Arsenal's back, especially in the Champions League. They got an easy run to the knockout stages from now.
Listen, I will take it. I love all the salty comments, bro.
No,
We got an
it's
easy run.
not salty. It's
got an easy run.
objectively true.
Yeah,
it is an easy
argue
run.
with
Yeah,
it.
you can't argue with that.
it. But look, onto your boys.
I'll say a team that doesn't have an
Onto
easy
your
run.
boys. Where I was
United.
so ready to have a laugh, bro.
No, I think a lot of United fans were too, to be honest. I know last week I did predict a loss.
Yeah, just a straight up loss. No score.
If I had to put a score on, I would have predicted a 3-1 loss. So we did better than that. That's a good thing. And to be honest, generally, I think we did pretty well.
Well, you did, especially considering that it is a team still with injuries to contend with. So considering the players that you lined up away from home, and everyone was like, Bayern are going to mop you.
Yeah, they should. I do think Bayern didn't maybe go full out. I do think they took it a bit easy. But I still think especially United tends to do this, the first like fucking 15, 20 minutes, United looks insanely good, bro. It happened in the Brighton game. It happened in the Arsenal game too. For the first 20 minutes, we look great. And then I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's focus or like lack of like fitness or something, but shit falls off like fast. And United did have a couple chances. We saw Pelestri. He had a nice early chance at goal. There were chances for United to score very early in this game, and we didn't take them. Obviously, we have to talk about Onana.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That was not his best performance.
No.
And De Gea saves at least 2 of those goals.
Yeah, he does. Here's the thing, though. I love De Gea. I never see he should have stayed. I always said he should have stayed. We should have never gotten him out. And he definitely does save at least one of those goals. But
at least 2, bro.
Yeah, at least 2. De Gea was completely stood still for that other goal.
Onana.
Onana was completely stood still. But I think yes, that especially that first goal where he kind of goes low and it sneaks in underneath him. I don't know how the fuck that happens, Onana. That should not be happening.
And it's hard because you also want to give credit to the goal scorers, but that goal.
No, Leroy Sané. I think even Sané knew when he got up, he was like, "Fuck, I guess that's a goal." But he did completely fuck that up. There is no other way to look at that other than Onana, you fucked up. If you're watching Onana, you fucked up. But I think after that, I think especially in the second half, he made a good couple saves.
He ended strong.
He did. He ended very fucking strong.
He ended really strong. Like, he kept it at 4-3. It could have been worse than 4-3.
I think on average, yes, our defense is worse than last season. You got to take that into account. We don't have Varane. We're starting Lindelof.
Martinez is not the butcher.
I think he had a good game last night.
Last night I think he had good moments, but overall so far this season he's not the same defender.
Yes, so far this season, yeah, for sure. But speaking of Shaw's obviously out. Yeah. So that back line isn't the same as it was last season. Neither is the goalkeeper. So our defense is going to be worse. The question is, should it be this bad?
Against Bayern, 4-3 is so respectable.
Yeah, I'm not just talking about Bayern.
You mean
though.
in general?
Yeah, we're conceding on average 2-3 goals per game.
In general, I think you're just being exposed by your lack of depth and the lack of investment. Like, you spend big money, but you spend big money on like 2 or 3 players in the back. You don't really have a lot of depth at the back. You've always had Lindelof, Bailly. Who else is there?
But honestly, between the 60 mil on Martinez and the 45 mil on Onana, I think our back line is more expensive than most other teams.
No, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, you have spent money. It's an expensive back line. But I think this is where you're seeing the Man United of old affecting the current United, because yes, you've got Varane and you've got Martinez and you've got Onana, but all 3 of them are so integral to this defense that if one of them is out, there's no telling what could happen. And right now, you are without Varane.
Yes.
And you're with a Martinez who, hasn't he also like come back from an injury this season already?
No, not this season. Last season though, yeah. But I think still though, we shouldn't be like, you saw the stats, like Brighton's team is worth 18 million.
Yeah.
That's not even one United player.
Yeah.
So I think take the money out of this. We should not be conceding this badly. These are world-class players. We should not be losing and conceding this many goals.
Well, your starting 11 is world-class. Your backup options are not.
But how often is a team changing their defenders in a game? Not often.
It's not so much that. It's just more a team normally has 3 top-class centre-backs. 3. You guys have 2.
Yeah, we have 2.
So
but I still think
no, but that's the thing. You have 2, but then your next option is like a fucking C-lister. The drop-off is so dramatic.
I don't think Lindelof is that bad. I think
compare him.
I think he proved last season when again, because Varane is very injury prone. This exact same thing happened last season. Bear that in mind. This exact same thing did happen last season, and we still had the most clean sheets. So I
also love that your brain went straight to Lindelof before Maguire, even when I just mentioned your backup option.
But I'm just going based off of how Ten Hag is seeing things, because he clearly doesn't see Maguire as an option. He clearly doesn't see Johnny Evans as that much as the option either. So neither will I. So I think Lindelof proved last season he's decent. He's decent enough to beat teams. He's decent enough not to concede. We had him in the team when we got the most clean sheets last season.
But you also had a Gea goal. I guess, yeah, look, it goes hand in hand. I'm with you, it goes hand in hand.
Yes, but I'm just saying...
So all you're saying is Onana's the real problem right now?
I'm saying there's something, bro. I don't know if it's Onana. I don't know what it is, but there's.
What do you make of Onana getting so vocal with all the other players whenever like a mistake? I've seen some United, or not only United fans, but a lot of people saying how he's very quick to hound on people when he needs to look in the mirror a little bit first. But he did take a lot of ownership for last night's performance.
I think he had to, though. I think if he didn't, people would have clowned him.
Dude.
So I that whole vocal thing, yeah, keepers have different styles. Some are more vocal than others. I don't necessarily have an issue with him shouting at players. I mean, I think keepers do that all the time. I do think with that one instance with Maguire, when he shouted at Maguire, I do think he was playing that up a little bit, just for the crowd.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I don't have an issue with keepers shouting at the defenders. I mean, communication is everything.
And where do United go from here, bruv? Who's next?
Here's the thing. I actually think last night we looked decent. I think...
No, you definitely... you can take so many positives from that game, even though it was a loss.
Yeah, I mean, between Eriksen's handball and Onana's complete fuck up, we honestly could have won that game.
Dude, and Bayern away it's out the way now.
Yeah.
Bayern away, that's done. That's your toughest fixture in your group.
That definitely is the toughest fixture, but I honestly think we could have won that. If concentration stayed and legs didn't get tired, I think Eriksen should not be playing a full 90 minutes. He's too old for that.
If you could stretch that 20 minutes to like that full first half,
yeah,
it's a very different game.
It's a very different game. But Casemiro also looked very good last night. This is the best I've seen him. He scored 2 goals as well. And then we got to mention Pelestri did start. I like Pelestri, but I think we saw the same thing with Garnacho last season. He shouldn't be starting.
Yeah.
I don't think physically he can deal with the boys that he's coming up against in the defense. So a lot of the time, he's just going to get bullied, which is unfortunate. I mean, he did have a chance to score, and you saw they literally tackled the ball through his legs. Yeah. So I think that just comes with experience and physicality.
Of course, he's young. He's very, very young.
Very young.
And he's pretty scrawny as well.
He is very young. He's a short dude. So yeah,
and Bayern are physical, bro.
No, they definitely are. But I think all that into account, I think last night was a good performance.
Dude, I think United did well. I like I said, I started expecting a laugh, bro. Especially when it was 2-0.
And you saw the Onana fuck up.
And when it got to 3-1, I was just like, there's no way, bro. Like, there's no way this is. But they absolutely defied my expectations. And we said in the last episode, it wouldn't be unheard of for United to pull through out of nowhere.
Yeah, they tend to have one major performance in the season.
And it's when you least expect it, bro. We saw it last season with Barcelona. Okay, this wasn't a win, but I think this honestly feels like a win.
It's good enough. At least we weren't embarrassed. That was my main thing. Don't get fucking embarrassed.
It was the risk of embarrassment was so like real, bro. And especially because it's Bayern and it's Harry Kane that's there now.
And he did score a penalty.
And he did score, and such a good penalty, bro.
Yeah, it was.
He's just too good.
He is.
He's honestly too good, bro. But nah, that I think at least with them out the way, you probably win your next Champions League group game.
Yeah, I think it's Copenhagen. Yeah, I honestly think United get a comfortable second place. They got a draw last night,
Copenhagen.
Yeah, against Galatasaray, which is good for United.
But I think Galatasaray came back from 2-0 down.
I still think though a draw is good for United. At least they don't have to deal with that major points gap now between either one of them. But I think United finished comfortably in second place. There should be no question about it. This was a good tester because at least now we know where we are. So now when we play teams like Madrid it's not going to be a complete shock. So I honestly, I'm not too mad at playing Bayern Munich and having them in the group stages.
And I feel like you could take them at home. I can't lie.
Yeah.
By the time the home fixture comes around, I'm sure some players will be back from injury as well.
But like I said, I do think Bayern took it a bit easy on us last night. I think there were times where they weren't fully going at us. I think even they knew this isn't...
Well, if anything, you can get a draw at home. Then.
Yes, I think so too.
If anything, you can get a draw.
I think so too. I don't think it's a complete loss anymore, which is what I thought coming into this game.
And also, if it's any consolation, that 20 minutes where afterwards, like you were saying, there was just like a lapse in concentration or something. Not every club you play against is going to pounce on that like Bayern. So I still think if United play the way they played last night, they probably do get forgiven a bit for that lapse in the after 20 minutes side.
The sad thing is that, like I said, United have been doing this. Brighton fucked us on it. Arsenal fucked us on it. More teams are going to fuck us on it.
Damn it.
Nottingham Forest almost fucked us on it.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to look on the bright side.
No, there's not much of a bright side. As a United fan, there's not much of a bright side.
But look, the first games are done. Champions League football is back. I'm so happy to actually be watching it again. That song hits very different when your club is in it. And elsewhere, just some other interesting results. Real Madrid coming through. Jude Bellingham, the best player in the world, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Best player in the world.
94th minute winner. I think Union Berlin never expected to push for a draw for that long, but damn near got a point. We got Barcelona 5-0. João Felix praise, bro.
Yeah,
loving life.
Barcelona is looking good this season with Gundogan and João Felix.
He's
there,
loving life. Okay, look, it was Antwerp that they played against, but still, bro. Like, that is such... I mean, these games, especially if you have those, like, toppy teams in your group, they're such morale boosters, bro. Like, and Arsenal have a freaking group full of them. So I think that's going to really make things interesting in terms of who gets the golden boot in the Champions League this season. Manchester City, bro, started with a scare.
Yeah, they did, but they pulled it out.
Yeah, they were 1-0 down. When I saw that scoreline, I was just like, I was in disbelief, bro. Absolute disbelief. But we had some good games, bro. PSG obviously beat Dortmund 2-0 also.
That was a good game.
Mbappe penalty and Hakimi goal. But nah, I think, look, we're in for a decent enough group stage of football. That Newcastle group looks better and better. Next week it's going to be Newcastle versus Dortmund, I think.
We gotta admit that AC Newcastle game was fucking boring, bro.
But yeah, it was boring. It was so boring. But it was just anti-football. But I think you'll probably see better when Newcastle make the return trip. They should have tried everything to get the win at home. Like everything.
And let's get into the weekend, starting with Crystal Palace at home against Fulham. As much as I like Fulham and as much as they have been impressive, their goal-scoring teeth are not there. And I think Crystal Palace are my team. They're all my team, other than United.
I love them, but it's the Hodgson effect.
Yeah, it is the Hodgson effect.
It's the
Speaking
Hodgson
of,
effect.
hopefully he's actually not sick anymore. He's in the stadium.
In the dugout.
But I think Palace have been good. I think they lost their last game. Now they were unlucky to lose to Villa in their last game. I think they look good in that game. I'm saying Palace win this 2-0.
Palace win?
Yeah, Palace win.
2-0. I don't know about 2-0 just because of Leno in goal. I think Fulham have been looking decent as well. I can't lie. I think I'm going to go 1-1.
Draw.
I will go with a 1-1, yeah. And, oh, man, I don't think I've really been on point with my predictions, but I'm going to go 1-1. Sponzy sent us his predictions. As you can see, he's not here today. Spon's predicting a 2-1 Palace. 2-1 Palace.
Oh, let's go, Sports.
2-1 Palace. Then let's get on to Luton hosting Wolves.
This is a weird game.
Luton versus Wolves.
Luton have to start winning at some point.
Well, they have to start getting points. If they get a draw, that's a win for them, bro.
And they didn't look that bad the last time I saw them play. They're good at holding their shape defensively. But I think Wolves also is a team that kind of has to start winning.
Wolves currently 16th. They've only got 3 points so far this season.
Yeah, I think Wolves take
One
this.
win, 4 losses.
Yeah, I think Wolves take this 1-0.
1 win, 4 losses. Luton currently on 4 games, 4 losses. So they still have a game in it.
Golly. And I think Jose Sar's a good keeper. I think he'll be the difference maker.
I'm gonna say 3-0 Wolves.
Yeah.
I think 3-0 Wolves.
What's the word on Swansea?
Swansea says 2-1 Wolves. He thinks Luton's gonna get a goal. I mean, they're going against West Ham.
That's not a bad shout, dude.
Going against West Ham. I don't know, man. I think you think Ross Barkley's gonna show and prove today, bruh.
Golly.
Or this weekend at least. Okay, let's get into Man City versus Nottingham Forest at Man City's home.
Wow, this could go any way. Who knows what's Man
Do
City
we think
win, obviously.
Awanyini's gonna get a goal though? It sounds like a dog is backing Awanyini.
Yeah, the dog did. But City, their last game was against West Ham, and West Ham did score.
Yes, but City won comfortably though. West Ham led for just like in the Champions League game. The opposition was leading for a while, and then Man City hit that switch.
Nah, I'm gonna say City win this probably like 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go clean sheet.
I'm gonna believe in Awanyini, bro. I'm gonna say 3-1. I'm gonna believe in Awanyini. I do genuinely think that he could get a goal against Forest, against Man City. Sponzy says 4-1 Man City. So we're pretty much on point so far, except for me and my draw for Palace Fulham.
That's because you're a Palace hater.
This is a game you're gonna like. Brentford versus Everton.
You see this? This is
At Brentford's home. At Brentford's home.
weirdly, this is like a must-win for both teams. Brentford are coming off of a loss now in their last game,
Yeah.
and I think I think they lost to a team better than them, though, so I don't think they're going to be too mad about that. But I think they are going to know they have to win this one. And obviously Everton are like in no man's land, dude.
Yeah, they're currently 18th, Everton. 18th with 1 point. Brentford are 11th with 6 points so far.
Yeah, you see, I as much as Sean Dyche has to start getting wins at some point,
This isn't the one.
I don't think this is the one,
This
bro.
isn't the one, bro.
I'm sure that maybe they get a goal, but I think Brentford win this 2-1. Brentford have to win.
I think 2-0 Brentford, bro. I actually don't know if Everton will get a goal here. I think they may just get run over. Considering where their head is at also, bro. I don't know.
Look, they look good against Arsenal. Defensively, they were good against Arsenal.
Yeah, but they always look good against Arsenal at home. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Goodison Park in general is a bad place for a lot of clubs to go to. So the fact that they're on the road, I don't even think they have that advantage, bro. Like, maybe it's just something about the crowd at home that gets them going, but they're not going to have that. Swansea reckons a 3-0 Brentford win.
God,
3-0 Brentford. Which I think, weirdly, I don't blame him. I mean, I said 2-0. I know that much. But 3-0, I think, is just as likely as a 2-0.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm just hoping that Everton defensively know what they're doing and are willing to put in the time to just sit back and then hopefully get a counter goal. Because like I said, they look decent against Arsenal. And I know, like you said, Goodison Park and shit, but they look decent.
That's true. And speaking of counter goals, the biggest game on Saturday, Burnley hosting Manchester United.
Yeah, that's the night game, man.
Yeah, it's at 9. Burnley hosting Man United. How do you feel? How do you feel, bro? Burnley don't look like the biggest pushovers anymore.
No, they don't. They got a draw now against Nottingham Forest in their last game, and they
fought for that draw.
Yeah,
bro.
I think they played better than Forest did.
Yeah.
Again, though, much like Brentford, this is kind of a must-win game for United. I think, especially coming off the Bayern game, fuck the Bayern game. Fuck everything that happened before this. This is where our season starts.
Okay.
If we lose this
From
Burnley,
the 6th game.
if we lose this Burnley game, it's fucked. And I know we've been saying it's fucked for a while,
but it's really.
If we lose this, it's really there's no chance. So there is this is kind of like a reborn Man United. We got to go in there. We got to win this game, and we got to win comfortably. We cannot stoop down to Burnley's level, which is something we tend to do against every team.
You're going to come up against a bit of a maybe not so much of a low block because it is a Vincent Kompany Burnley.
Honestly, I think they're going to play possession against us.
But yeah, I was going to say you're going to come up against a team that makes it very difficult.
And I think United suck even when it's easy. So, but I do think United will fucking bang it out. Højlund got a Champions League goal, his first goal for United. I think he keeps that run going. I think Martial also looked good in the last Bayern game. So even if Martial does have to come on at some point, hopefully he's as good as he was in the Bayern game. So I think United take this comfortably, bro. 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, comfortable 2-0.
Yeah.
Even though our defense is shit. Our goalkeeper shit.
Nah, I think this is one of the best games you could have to follow Bayern. I think 3-0. I think 3-0 United. Genuine 3-0 United. Swansea thinks 2-2.
Oh. Spons has actually been pretty relatively good at predicting United.
He's been weirdly good at predicting United, bro.
So hopefully this isn't one of them.
He's going with 2-2. Starting Sunday off. 3 o'clock kickoff. Arsenal hosting Spurs, bro.
This is a big one.
Look, North London's already red. Let's not kid ourselves. All due respect to Postecoglou's football. But I just think that Spurs play a very entertaining brand of attacking football, but they leave themselves open. And we are the exact team to take advantage of those openings. Honestly, I'm going to go above here. I'm going to say an Arsenal win. I'm going to say 3-1 Arsenal. But I'm also going to say Havertz gets a goal. I think Havertz gets a goal. If Havertz plays, and I think Havertz will play. I think Havertz gets a goal
Arsenal
in the
win
North
5-0
London
and Havertz scores nothing.
Well, we won 4-0 last night and Havertz didn't. But even if we win 5-0 and he scores nothing but looks good, I'll live with that. But I just think he's going to get a goal. Dude, it has to come at some point, bro. It has to happen.
I mean, yeah, if we're talking...
Look, Lucas Torreira got a screamer in a North London derby. You know what I mean? Like, big things can happen in this fixture in particular.
Here's the thing, though. I don't see... Obviously, I don't predict Arsenal winning that easily. I think this game is going to go like 3-2.
I think Spurs are going to get put in their place. And I think this big fairy tale run that they've been on so far of having everyone in ooh and ah, and I think it's going to be dated this weekend. I genuinely believe that, bro. I think Ange Ball is going to get humbled.
No, look, I think that Ange Ball, it's very possible that it could backfire big time because of the way they play. But they've just been so good. Madison, Son, they've been so lethal.
And we've been better.
Yeah, Arsenal have been better.
How did Spurs? How long did it take them to get that win at Sheffield, brother?
No, for sure.
We are no Sheffield, not at the Emirates especially.
For sure, but I do think games like that are gonna happen. There's you're not gonna. I mean, I think even when City played Sheffield a couple weeks ago, they even struggled a bit. They only started scoring in like the second half and shit. I think a lot of the time that can happen where a small team is able to hold a biggish team and keep them covered.
Yeah.
But I do think, like you said, Arsenal have a lot of fucking structure. Tottenham have a lot of fucking the opposite of structure. They're just completely free flowing, and I do think that is gonna come back to haunt them because I think they're gonna concede a lot. So yeah, my prediction is Arsenal win 3-2. I do think they're gonna score some goals though, so I'm gonna go 3-2.
3-2? Yeah, I'll go 3-1. 3-1. I think 3-2. You know what? It's better than Swansea 2-2 as well. Swansea's thing is a bit of a rough weekend for us this weekend.
God, I can't wait to see what he says for Liverpool's game.
Oh my days! Now you say 3-2, I say 3-1. Next game Brighton versus Bournemouth at Brighton's home. That's a Brighton win. That's 2-1. 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go
2-0. 2-0 Brighton.
Yeah, I'll go 2-0 as well. Yeah.
2-0 Brighton.
Yeah.
Swansea has gone with 3-0 Brighton.
Okay.
3-0 Brighton.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Ferguson's going to get back on the score sheet.
If he plays.
Chelsea host Aston Villa. I'm going to say 2-1 Villa.
This is another tough one.
For you, yeah. You want to believe in Chelsea and Pochettino and Mudryk.
I do. But yeah, I think I gotta go with the logical option. Aston Villa win this 2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. I think Chelsea, Nico Jackson has not been, I know his XG is high, but he has not been scoring any fucking goals. He's getting a lot of yellow cards. I think if he gets one more yellow card, he's suspended. So
already.
Yeah.
Well, then again, the way they're dishing out yellow cards, I had said this is what you're going to see, bro. Players who would never serve suspensions are going to serve suspensions.
If I did have Nico Jackson in my fantasy team, though, I would get rid of him immediately. I think he's too much of a fucking... between the yellow cards and the missing goals, I think he's too much of a liability. You could replace him with someone like Alvarez or basically anyone else, to be honest. So, I think...
Ferguson. Just get Ferguson.
No, but you don't know if Ferguson's going to play or not.
Surely. And now that he's starting to...
we saw Welbeck start and score the other day.
That's true.
So I will say, Aston Villa probably win this 2-0. Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-0 for Villa for you. I go 2-1. Swansea. I think Swansea said something similar. Sorry, let me just pull it up. Swansea says 2-1 Villa. 2-1 Villa. So, no one Chelsea win there, bro. Liverpool host West Ham.
This is also a good game.
This is a good game.
But yeah, I think maybe we see the same Liverpool performance we've been seeing, where they shit in the first half and then they just run away with it in the second half. They've been able to. This is at West Ham's home, eh?
No, this is at Anfield.
Oh, well then yeah, I think Liverpool take this 3-1.
Yeah, I think West Ham's game plan may just be play for set pieces, bro.
Yeah,
Keep James Ward-Prowse in the
they
dead
might have
ball.
to.
Like, I mean, look, Kudus is starting now. And Kudus can make something happen against Liverpool. Liverpool are still a little bit fragile. They can just outscore people. But yeah, I think it'll be a good game, but Liverpool 3-1. Liverpool 3-1 for me. Swansea says Liverpool 3-1 also, actually.
Cool.
And then last game, Sheffield United hosting Newcastle. Newcastle win no. I'm going to say 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1.
I want to say 3, but Newcastle still look goal shy a little bit, bro.
They do.
They look a little goal shy. Well, Callum Wilson is definitely... I mean, I think he's their leading goal scorer at this point.
Yeah, they do. But I think Anthony Gordon's been looking hot.
He has, eh?
I think Almiron looks good and
he
comes
getting
on.
back to another purple patch?
Yeah, I think Newcastle do firmly win this 3-0.
3-0? I'm going to say 2-0 Newcastle, and Swansea says 2-0 Newcastle as well. Damn, so some slight variations for us this week, but not a whole lot. And then just the end of on Fantasy League, we have a league leader in the room.
I'm back on top, baby.
And it ain't me.
Yes! But yeah, I played it very safe.
Yeah.
I had Turner in goal. He ended up getting me the same amount of points as Onana. So that who fucking knew? But Robertson did save me this week. Andy Robertson. He was obviously he scored a goal. So I don't think there were many other defenders who people had that scored goals.
Yeah, shout out to Alvarez also. Alvarez came through. I know Haaland is your captain, but Alvarez definitely delivered.
Yeah, I think Alvarez this season, the minutes he's getting, the time he's getting, he's a banker, dude. You gotta. I think he's statistically the second top other than Haaland right now. And I mean, it makes fucking sense. They play for the same team. If he's not scoring, he's assisting Haaland. So I know a lot of people don't want to double up on Man City players. You may have Edison in goal,
But it could be worth it.
I think you gotta have Alvarez and Haaland. I think you gotta have both of them.
Yeah, so they definitely helped you climb up. I used my wild card this week to terrible effect.
Yeah, you had a weird wild card.
Definitely under average this week. Average is 44 points. I got 38 points. But I'm still confident. I think my team was good going into this week. But yeah, man, there's a lot of movement going on in this league. Ethan, it's going to be interesting to see how long you can hold on to the first place.
I know.
Rezine is second. The Rizzo FC is 5 points behind you guys. And then I'm in third currently.
And you still have to triple captain, eh?
I still got a triple captain, yeah. So look,
I think there's a lot of people who still have to triple
We got a bit
captain.
of a title race going on in the Foot and Mouth League.
So I'm gonna try and consistently play it safe, just get as high as I can. I'm not gonna. This week is a bit tough though because I have a lot of I have Chelsea players and we all predicted a Chelsea loss, so I may have to switch out Chilwell. I may have to switch out Onana. Although no, Burnley, fuck. Burnley should be
a clean sheet.
Burnley should be a
Home
clean
or
sheet.
away
So
should be
I
a
think
clean sheet.
so. Onana, I'm going with a bank on him this week.
Yeah, Onana's going to cost more than the Burnley squad.
Yeah, and I do want to get Eze back into my team because I think Crystal Palace against Fulham, I think Eze is going to do something.
Yep.
I don't know who I take out though. But I do want to get Eze back in. I think Palace have a good run of games these next couple games.
And Eze's individual stats this season so far
have been good.
Really
He just
good,
hasn't scored any goals or gotten many assists. But I do still think he's a good player. I'm going to keep him in my team. I probably should wildcard soon as well.
Well, you get two. I just always have to remind people, don't believe the hype. The app says one, you get two. You're gonna get another one.
I may have to use one of mine soon. I expected to use it last week, but things turned out well for me last week. So yeah, this is in terms of like, obviously you can always bank on Man City, but I don't know if there's any other teams you can really completely bank on this week.
Arsenal.
Against Tottenham?
Yeah. Arsenal, boy.
You can't bank on Arsenal defenders though.
Well, no, I'm just go Arsenal attackers, bro.
Who? Jesus?
Saka, Odegaard, Jesus. It's a North London derby, bro. It's going to be goals, dog.
I guess,
We slapped them up last season like 4-0 and 3-1. Like
isn't Odegaard expensive though? He seems like
I think it's like 8, maybe 8.5.
See, that's a bit much, dude. I don't have that much. I don't have that much money, Odegaard.
Penny pinching, brother.
I would like to get more Arsenal players in my team though.
Play it
I have
safe,
2
bro.
Arsenal defenders and they don't need to be there. So
Yeah.
I would like to replace them with an
Get Havertz,
outfield
but I'm
player.
sure Havertz is cheap.
Yeah, fuck, cheap for a reason. But yeah, and with Awani, I don't think even against City this week, bro.
Hey, he's easily one of the most consistent point scorers this season
He is,
far.
he is.
I wouldn't sleep on him just because it's Man City. I think that he could, like I said, I think he can make something happen in that City game.
They didn't look good against fucking Burnley though. To like that where they drew with Burnley now. Burnley dominated. I don't think they look that good.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Look, I mean, I believe in this Awanyini purple patch, bro. I think it's gonna run on. It's gonna continue yet, and we will be here to talk about the outcomes of these games and see how right or wrong we were. And yeah, hopefully you won't be left looking like your own manager making excuses for your FPL team like he does for the deal. Now, actually, to be fair, he didn't make any excuses last night, eh?
No,
last
they
night
didn't make excuses.
I took it on the chin, bro. But again, that loss felt like a win.
Yeah,
That loss
we
felt
all
like a
expected an embarrassment. The fact that it wasn't embarrassing.
Yeah.
that's
Because
a
there were
win.
moments on the sideline where you saw Ten Hag and it was just like, oh, this press conference is going to be saucy, bro. But now, look, let us know what you guys think for this coming weekend. Let us know how your guys' team did in the Champions League. And yeah, we will catch you guys in the next video.